In this video, I'll be forming Italy in Victoria 3 as fast as possible.
First, to start out, I researched nationalism. Next, I'll set our government wages to lowest and set as many construction taxes as possible to increase the amount of profit and build construction factories. Then, in one Italian state, I will build iron mines and set a decree in the state to maximize the amount of iron produced. So, first in this campaign, I'll improve relations with the other Italian states. Next, we will win a war against Austria. Then, we will do a Unite Italy play against Austria and get a white peace. Then, we will bolster military strength. And lastly, we will finish off Austria and take the remaining Italian states. Additionally, I will enact national militia in order to conscript as many battalions as possible. Now that National Guard is enacted, all I have to do is wait for my constructions to be finished. For the rest of this video, when fighting Austria, I'll be using a certain tactic to naval invade Austria. This tactic involves sending more than one naval invasion to a single province. This ends up making it so that only one Austrian army can intercept one of yours, which means the remaining armies can land uncontested. All I then have to do is wait to get a breakthrough and then occupy Austria's capital, and then have them capitulate. Or you can see me naval invade Istria and Dalmatia from Austria. Since the Austrian army is distracted fighting Prussia, we can then march to Austria's capital and wait for them to capitulate.
Unfortunately, since the Austrians are retaking their capital, I can only take one province, but that's fine. Once I am done integrating the province, I immediately declare war on the Austrians again, with a Unify Italy war goal, which immediately lets me annex the other Italian states. In this war, I will again use the same tactic by naval invading them and rushing towards their capital. But this time, I can invite the Russians to help invade Austria and split the fronts.
In order to win, all I have to do is defend my territory and wait for Russia to invade Austria and hopefully take their capital. I also send some naval invasions towards Austria in order to distract some of their forces and hopefully relieve some pressure off of the main front. Now that the Russians have taken the Austrian capital, they'll slowly lose war support, and eventually we can get a peace deal once they capitulate.
Unfortunately here, the Russians leave the war, so I have to settle for a white peace with Austria. Now that the war is over and I annex the other Italian states, all that's left to do is annex a new territory and build the military for a final war against Austria. Currently, Russia has a front against Austria, so some of their battalions are distracted, so we can now invade. This time there are more Austrians on their fronts, so to win this, on the main front we will defend, and then we will send some naval invasions to divert the rest of their forces. As you can see here, the Austrians have heavily defended our naval invasion, so we have to pull out of the country and try naval again. Now that we have a breakthrough, we can then occupy the capital and wait for them to capitulate. With this peace deal, and with every Italian homeland state, I can finally press the button and form Italy.